anyone remember the Lucky Charms cereal? It was high sugar, and probably one of the worst things you could feed your kids for breakfast, yet we all loved it. As the advert proudly proclaimed, Lucky Charms were indeed magically delicious. However, one aspect of the Lucky Charms culture I always found disturbing was the mascot, Lucky the Leprechaun. Why? Well, this is going to sound stupid, but when I was very young, my uncle told me a story about Lucky the Leprechaun, which haunted me for a long time. Even now, I can't really look at the mascot without thinking about my uncle's story. The story is as follows. It was a normal Saturday morning when Elliot woke up and made himself some breakfast, as was normal. Despite being only 8 years old, he tended to care for himself due to his father being out at work most of the time and his mother being either too busy sleeping or recovering from her late-night drinking sessions with friends. As usual, Elliot had a bowl of Lucky Charms cereal and a glass of orange juice, which he placed on a tray before he made his way into the living room and turned on the television. This was back in the day when Saturday morning television was heavily geared towards kids, and his favorite cartoons played as per usual. Then it cut to the commercials, and Elliot watched what started as a regular Lucky Charms advert, showing Lucky the Leprechaun and that gang of children who always tried to steal his Lucky Charms cereal. This was a very common theme in cereal commercials back in the day. Yet the advert took a decidedly dark turn as Lucky set up a trap for the gang of children, using a bowl of Lucky Charms perched on a tree stump and a large net, ready to capture the children in what would appear to be a suitably cartoon fashion. However, this in itself was unusual. Lucky never normally did this. Anyway, Elliot continued to watch as the gang of children went for the bowl of cereal, only to be caught in the net. Yet as the net snagged them, they cried in what appeared to be pain, and Lucky leapt out from behind the bushes. One of the children was choking, having swallowed some of the cereal, which had obviously got lodged in his throat due to the trap. The other children begged Lucky to let them go, but he just sat and watched as the kid choked to death, his friends hanging in the net as they cried out in anguish. Elliot was understandably scared and went to turn off the television when he suddenly started to choke. The boy began to panic, but there was nothing he could do. A few hours later, Elliot's mother would wake up to a terrible sight, her 8-year-old son laying dead by the television, having choked in what appeared to be a terrible accident. My uncle claimed the story was real, though my parents continually disputed it. In fact, my dad got quite angry with him for telling such twisted lies to me. I guess looking back, my dad was right, yet it didn't stop the story from freaking me out as a kid, and even now, it still makes me wonder every time I see that damn leprechaun.